Howdy, howdy. This is James Glass, and I'm here working in the underbelly of my tiny home, the converted single wide. I am hooking up the last drain for the master bathroom. I've got my toilet drop, which is a 4-inch pipe that comes down to the 3 with a 4x3 closet bend. This is a vent pipe. That's all hooked up through the roof. This comes down, and this is the shower drain. And then I had to work around this pier footing, which is why I had to do a 90. But everything else, like if you look over there, you can see it's at a 45 and a 45. I always try to run the shortest possible drain lines. So here's a tip for making sure that everything is pitch perfect. So I have mostly 3-inch pipe. You can see this 3-inch pipe here. It's pretty much everything under here is 3-inch pipe. And 3-inch pipe needs to be pitched at anywhere from 1/8 to 1/2 inch per foot. And depending upon the pitch, you have to make a certain adjustments for venting. You don't want, obviously, pitch that's too low, flat, or uphill because the water won't drain out. But you also don't want it to be too steep because the water will rush ahead in front of the solids and leave the solids behind in the pipe and eventually clog the line. So once you get it perfect and you dry fit it, how do you keep it that way? Well, you make these little alignment marks. So here you can see I've made a couple of marks with some X's that indicate, and there's some A's. That indicates the rotational. I needed to make sure that I got this hub for the shower that dropped down absolutely in the middle. It needed to be at 12 o'clock. And I'm about to glue up my P-trap. By the way, you see my double subfloor? See my mortar underneath the shower? Really nice. So I made marks. There's a mark for depth. There's a mark for depth and rotational alignment. Marks for depth here and here, and a mark for depth. And why is this important? Well, take a look at that level up there. See that? That's pitched at about 1/8 to 3/16 inches per foot. That comes down from the shower, goes into the P-trap, runs down this 7-inch horizontal with that little 1/8 inch to 3/16 drop, and then drops here. I tell you why that's so important. One, I definitely don't want that running uphill, but I definitely don't want a 1/2 inch or greater pitch there because I don't want it running off so fast that it leaves a bunch of hair and debris in the line. I've got really good venting, but if I went down to minimal code venting, it could also run off so fast that it could suck the P-trap dry. So yeah, I want to make sure that when I glue all this together that I get that exactly where I need it. By the way, minimum code for minimum distance after a trap is double the pipe. So I feel pretty good about that. Like I've got an almost 7-inch horizontal there. 4-inch would have been minimum. But I definitely just don't want it, I don't want it too steep and I don't want it too shallow. I want it just right. And by making all those marks before and dry fitting it before I glue it together, I am frickin' guaranteed that I'm never going to have to deal with coming down here and I'm trying to fart around and replumb this in 5 or 10 years or be running a bunch of snakes down my shower drain. This sucker should drain clog-free for my lifetime and my children's lifetime. So make yourself some alignment marks, dry fit everything together, and you'll get plumbing that'll last for decades, for centuries. So there you go. Hey, thanks for watching.